Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, young and old and new. Greetings from WBFR, Studio A in Manhattan, New York, right here in the US of A. I'm your host, Freddie Fillmore, and it is my pleasure to bring you your favorite story. Tonight, we bring you a real feel-good heartwarmer perfect for this or any Christmas Eve. It's a Wonderful Life. We begin our story in the little town of George Bailey.
A boy?
That's him when he was 12, back in 1919. Something happens here you'll have to remember later on.
And here comes the scare baby, my kid brother, Harry Bailey.
I'm not scared.
Come on, Harry.
Yippee! Help! Help!
Oh, dear. Harry's fallen through the ice.
You put something wrong in those capsules.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Ow, you're hurting my sore
Did you hear what I said? Now get out of here.
Oh, Mr. Gower, you don't know what you're doing. You put something wrong in those capsules. Okay, just forget about the whole thing.
Yeah, forget about what, George?
Oh, nothing, Sam.
You remember Mary, don't you?
Hi, George.
Hi, Mary.
Say, you wouldn't mind walking Mary home, would you, George?
Of course not, if that's okay with you, Mary.
Fine by me.
Ah, great, thanks. So George walked Mary home. Is that important, Joseph?
I'd say it is, because even though Mary lived only 4 blocks away, it took them 2 hours to get there.
Are you going to throw a rock, too? Hey, that's pretty good. What'd you wish for, Mary?
Oh, no, if I tell you, it might not come true.
Hey, Mary, come on. What do you want, huh? Do you want the moon? All you got to do is just say the word now.
Okay, the moon, I'll take it. And then what?
And then what? And then I'll throw a lasso around and I'll pull it down. And then you can swallow it. And it'll all dissolve, see? And the moonbeams will shoot out your fingers and your toes and the ends of your hair. And am I talking too much?
Yes. Why don't you kiss her instead of talking?
I want the board to know that George gave up his trip to Europe to help straighten things out here these past few months, and it was greatly appreciated. I think that's all we'll need you for, George. Good luck to you at school. I know you're anxious to make a train.
Yes, I have a taxi waiting downstairs.
Possible hooey. Now I say we've got to...
Now, hold on, Mr. Potter. You're right when you say my father was no businessman. I know that. Why he ever started this cheap penny-ante building and loan, I'll never know. But neither you nor anyone else can say anything against his character, because his whole life was...
And that night, the homecoming for Harry became his wedding party. Uncle Billy familiarized himself with the spirits.
Oh, boy. Folks from the library.
The library? George, you go and see Mary, you hear?
Hello, George.
Hello, Mary. I just happened to be passing by.
Well, your mother just phoned and said you're on your way over here to pay me a visit.
My mother just called you? Well, how did she...
You what, George?
Me? Not a thing. I just came in to get warm.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
But you tell him to go right back home, and don't you leave the house.
Plastics, and I don't want any job, and I don't want to get married ever to anyone. Do you understand that? And I want to do what I want to do, and you're not going to... Oh, Mary.
Oh, George.
Oh, Mary, I love you.
Oh, George, I love you.
We will return to WBFR, Playhouse of the Air's presentation of... Gentlemen, does your hair resemble a dried-up bird's nest full of dandruff flakes? Do you plaster down your hair like a cheap gigolo smelling to high heaven?
Ew.
When girls get a gander at the tip-top of your noggin, do they go...
Ew.
Well, here's a friendly hint that may just help you out in the romance department. Starting tomorrow, why not try Bremel Hair Tonic? Yes, sirree, you'll be heading for success with Bremel groomed hair. A success with the gals and on the job. Bremel always keeps hair looking mighty attractive, always in place. A real sex appealer. Bremel Hair Tonic does lots more than keep your hair handsome looking. Buy some Bremel today. Your hair will thank you. And now, back to It's a Wonderful Life. George and Mary were married, and following the wedding and reception, George's old pal...
The bank, Billy. Open the doors. Let him in. Now, just remember that this thing isn't as black as it appears. I have some news for you, folks. I talked to old man Potter, and he's guaranteed cash payments at the bank.
How about our money, George? Where's our money?
Now, please, wait a minute. You're thinking this place all wrong. Your money's not here.
What?
Now, wait a minute. Let me tell you. Your money's in people's houses. It's in the Kennedy house, and in the McLaren. You're what?
My baby.
You mean Mary? You're on the nest?
George Bailey Lasso Stork.
Ha-ha!
Well, Mary had her baby, a boy.
You don't say.
Then she had a girl.
Well, what do you know?
It's gone. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put that money? A terrible thing, Clarence. Terrible. Uncle Billy couldn't find the money because the envelope with the $8,000 was folded up in that newspaper he gave to... Calling the state examiner to get a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds, manipulation, malfeasance...
Mr. Potter, please, you can't. They can't arrest me.
Go on and run. You can't hide in a little town like this. Merry Christmas, George! And now a word from your local sponsors.